Dr. Kemi for Kemi Talks Media. It's Saturday, the 18th of January 2025. Let's talk about the Unilag grads. Congratulations. I heard there are 18 of them from the Mass Communication Department, and they were all female, and they all had first class. Okay, so now what's next? We need to work, right? You need to know the market of where you're going. In journalism, it's a very difficult profession to practice in Nigeria. I am retiring in 2.5 weeks, and I want to give you advice. If you can leave the country, leave the country. That's if you want to practice journalism, what you studied. I don't want to hear I'm a journalist from Unilag and I'm selling bread at ShopRite. I'm a journalist graduate from from Unilag, and I'm working as this one or that one. Let me see you doing some PR work. If you're going to be an aide or PR person to a politician or to somebody who's prominent or something, you can make your money over there. Otherwise, you're going to work for a media outlet, okay? If you're working as an OAP for a TV or a radio station, there's censorship laws in Nigeria. The NBC, Nigerian Broadcast Commission, they will censor you at a point. There are rules and there are things we can't see on the air, and that's what makes it hard for people like us who are trained in the United States with the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. In Nigeria, you can't say what you want. This is the reason you didn't see me on TV or radio in Nigeria, because they don't know what Kemi is going to say about the presidency or anywhere, and we don't want to get fined. Okay, you saw what happened to Arise News during the NSARS protests as they were covering the protesters and their movements. They were fined $5 million by the NBC because Buhari didn't want them to be covering the protesters. There's a lot you need to know. If you're going to work in digital journalism, think well. You need money. I never had money, and I worked with my own money. I did not have a salary for the 12 years I was in the Nigerian market. I was always soliciting donations from my fans. Don't get into digital journalism if you don't have money, okay? You wouldn't have money in the beginning, all right? If you're going to do anything digital, start going around doing your own reports, get press passes, go to events and put your stuff on YouTube and monetize it. That's the only way you can make it in Nigeria. Put it on YouTube, put it on Facebook, monetize it, okay? TikTok does not monetize in-stream ads. You want to go to my old X page. I had a school online that I taught students at, students of journalism, students of mass communication, and go get the tips. Just go to the Twitter page and read all the tweets I tweeted in the last 2 years during the project at 2222 Media School on X, Twitter. At 2222 Media School. 2222 Media Institute was the school I started on February 2nd, 2022. That's 2222. It was a 2-year project I finished in 2024, February, and that was the end. I graduated February 9th in 1994. I retired on February 9th in 2019 after 25 years. I came back. Then I retired again on February 9th, 2024 after 30 years. No one celebrated me. I only came back because of Mohbad's update. I was the only journalist to investigate Mohbad's case, and I'm the only journalist to investigate several other cases. The mainstream media will tell you, you might want to investigate something, and your employer, the mainstream media, will tell you, no, you can't. You have a boss. You have an assignment editor. If they send you to a stadium to cover a sports game, you go there. You won't tell them, I don't like sports. You can't tell them what you like. That's what happens when you're working for a mainstream media. Most of them are owned by politicians and businessmen. Journalism is slavery, so you have to be careful if you're going to stay in Nigeria. And if you have to stay in Nigeria, try and get a job under the umbrella of PR or digital journalism that you can monetize your work. When we were there, many of our work was not monetized. I solicited donations to even do very expensive investigations. You might not be able to do that. Not everybody likes to beg. Not everybody has the energy. And you still need people to help you get the story. So start that way. But the way I look at it, many of you are going to go to newspapers. You're going to go to digital places. If you want to work for a digital company, go work for Legit NG or Ringier. Ringier is Pulse Nigeria. Some journalists go there to those digital platforms. They make enough money and they're still happy. So, it's a shame because journalism has changed, okay? Don't bother to do any masters in journalism. Your mass communication degree is good enough. get into the broadcast thing, but know the rules of it. The second thing is that if you're going to stay in Nigeria, there has to be, conversant, studying of the cybercrime law. The cybercrime law has arrested many journalists in Nigeria. You report about somebody or something and they don't like it, they'll arrest you. Okay? We have all been arrested. Myself, Chris Nwandu, Daniel Ojuku, Shawore, a lot of us have been arrested. Okay, being arrested by the police under the cybercrime law is bad, but not as bad as being arrested by the DSS because you reported something bordering around national security. Other journalists are outside the country, they're wanted, and they're not going back to Nigeria. Many of us have fled Nigeria. I left Nigeria because of the Oromani case and the threats I got from the people, the same people you're trying to protect. At the end of the day, many people have left. People's Gazette is run by Samuel Ogundikpe in New York. Shore runs Sahara Reporters. Fish Nigeria, Fisayo Shiombo, investigative journalism. He's still in Nigeria. Premium Sam is still in Nigeria. I don't know where Cable NG is now, but a lot of people have left because of this. Signal has left. My Mr. Fix Nigeria. He's in New York. So just think about it. If you want to stay in Nigeria, cybercrime law and NBC. Those are your big hurdles. Good luck. Congratulations once more. Don't forget to follow 2222 Media School on X. Read all the tweets from the beginning 2 years ago and learn journalism for free on that handle.